Today is Thursday, July 7, 2022. Let us take a look at today's crypto headlines. Ethereum Testnet merge mostly successful, hiccups will not delay the merge. Korean startup Uprise lost $20 million shorting long. Coming to Texas, Riot Blockchain announces plans to move NY miners to Lone Star State. Bitcoin bull President Nayib Bukele and Binance CEO take dig at Peter Schiff. Pressure on second chair rises as even Wall Street Journal accuses Gensler of holding investors hostage with Bitcoin ETF stance. Please like, subscribe and turn on the notification button to keep supporting our channel. Ethereum Testnet merge mostly successful, hiccups will not delay the merge. Merge trials on testnets are essential to allow Ethereum developers and independent project developers to understand what they can expect when the actual merge takes place. Ethereum has now completed its second-to-last major merge trial on the public test network Sepolia, paving the way for its transition to the proof-of-stake (POS) consensus mechanism. While it's been judged mostly a success, it was not incident-free. The final trial of the merge is set to occur on the Goerli network over the next few weeks before the official merge on the Ethereum mainnet can be given the go-ahead. Ethereum educator Anthony Sassano, who hosted the Sepolia merge livestream on YouTube on Wednesday, confirmed on Twitter that the merge transition went through successfully and added that the testnet will be monitored over the next few days. Terence Tsao, an Ethereum protocol developer, also said the merge transition itself had been a success but noted around 25 to 30% of validators went offline after the merge due to wrong configs. However, he added that hiccups will not delay the merge. Superfizz, a founding member of the EthStaker community, cautioned during the stream, however, that the actual success of the merge won't be known for several hours or even until tomorrow. The final trial will occur on the Goerli test network. Superfizz added that the timing of the merge will depend on the reviews of the Sepolia test. The testnet merges are a form of dress rehearsal that is essential to allow Ethereum developers and independent project developers to understand what they can expect when the actual merge takes place. During the livestream, Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin admitted that one of the challenges facing the main network merge will include much more third-party infrastructure that isn't present on the testnets. So there might be non-critical issues like that will just pop up in the merge that we're not catching with these tests. There's a lot of peripherals that are just not getting tested, and that's unavoidable and probably fine. Meanwhile, on exchanges, despite the news, Sentiment has warned of a potential Ether ETH sell-off, with total ETH supply on exchanges reaching a new high of 13.8% on Monday, the highest since January 3, 2022. As of Thursday, the percentage has declined slightly, with around 13.25% of the total ETH supply sitting on exchanges. The price of Ether is currently at $1,186 right now. Korean startup Uprise lost $20 million shorting long. The crypto custodial service and a trading platform managed to lose nearly all of its customers' assets by shorting LUNC, the Terra Classic native token. South Korean crypto investment startup platform Uprise reportedly lost around 99% of its assets, worth about $20 million, when it got liquidated shorting the Luna Classic LUNC token. Uprise's trading desk Habit uses an artificial intelligence (AI) trading system that was designed to reduce the risks associated with leveraged trading. Local news outlet Seoul Economic Daily reported on Wednesday that Uprise's AI, which it calls a robo-advisor, made a disastrous misread in Mayon Lunk as it fell precipitously from $60 to fractions of a cent. The system shorted Lunk but got liquidated during the token's bizarre price pumps along the way, leading to $20 million in customer losses and $3 million of its own losses. In total, Uprise lost about 99% of its assets. Most users of Uprise's Habit service are high-net-worth individuals and corporations who stake their crypto for yield generated by the AI trading on futures markets. The firm has been backed by the hashed crypto investment firm, Cacao Ventures, and several banks and venture capital firms. The firm has suspended services, but has not issued an official disclosure to its clients about the losses. An Uprise official confirmed to Seoul Economic Daily that, due to great unexpected volatility in the market, there has been damage to customer assets. We plan to finalize the report on our virtual asset business soon. In addition to officially notifying its users, Uprise officials are reportedly working on a compensation plan for its customers so that it can continue to operate. With Uprise in the spotlight, Seoul Economic Daily pointed out that it has not registered as a virtual asset service provider, VASP. It reported that Uprise officials feel that the firm is able to skirt the law requiring it to register as a VASP. Because it does not collect Korean won nor directly invest in virtual assets, only futures. Registration helps keep crypto exchanges in compliance with the notorious travel rule from the Financial Action Task Force. Uprise is the latest centralized crypto service provider to reveal significant losses stemming from the Terra incident and subsequent contagion. It joins BlockFi, Celsius, and Voyager Digital among the list of firms that have had to take drastic measures to try and stay afloat. FTX's exchange has the option to buy BlockFi, Celsius has been unwinding loans, and Voyager filed for bankruptcy on Tuesday. Coming to Texas, Riot Blockchain announces plans to move NY miners to Lone Star State. Moving rigs from New York to Texas was part of Riot's effort to reduce the firm's operating expenses through lower power costs and eliminate all third-party hosting fees. Crypto mining firm Riot Blockchain said it has begun relocating rigs from its New York data facility, with the majority intended to end up in Central Texas. In a Wednesday announcement, Riot said it has transitioned some of its mining rigs from a Messina, New York facility, named CoinMint, as part of an effort to reduce the firm's operating expenses through lower power costs and eliminate all third-party hosting fees. The company said it planned to ship the balance of its S19 miner fleet at CoinMint to Riot's Whinstone facility in Rockdale, Texas in July. The move comes amid many parts of Texas experiencing temperatures over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and power demands rising for air conditioners to keep residents cool. Data from the state's primary energy provider, the Electric Reliability Council of Texas, or ERCOT, forecast that prices for its southern hub, which would include Riot's facility in Rockdale, would peak at $95.94 per MWh over the next 24 hours. However, some reports suggest that energy production from wind and solar has helped to reduce costs amid increasing power demands. Riot's operations in Texas seemingly included preparations for the state's heat wave. The company reported the construction of 2 air-cooled buildings in progress, one completed, and another in which initial miner deployments have begun as the firm finished some electrical work. CEO Jason Lay said the firm would curtail its energy consumption this summer as part of an ERCOT program aimed at addressing demand on Texas' power grid. Cointelegraph reported in February that Riot shut down 99% of its operations in the state in anticipation of a possible severe winter storm requiring high energy demands. Low temperatures and heavy snowfall were behind many parts of the state being without power for days in February 2021. The crypto mining firm reported it had produced 421 Bitcoin, BTC, in June but sold 300 BTC for $6.2 million, leaving Riot holding roughly 6,654 coins as of Thursday. The company reported there were 42,455 miners in its fleet producing a hash rate of 4.4 exahashes per second, A/S. But planned to have a capacity of 12.5 A/S following the deployment of 115,450 Antminer rigs by January 2023. Bitcoin Bull President Nayib Bukele and Binance CEO take dig at Peter Schiff. Bitcoin Bull and El Salvadoran President Nayib Bukele, alongside Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao, have taken aim at renowned cryptocurrency critic Peter Schiff. Bukele recalled one of the tweets made by Schiff in January of this year, in which he criticized BTC and suggested that MicroStrategy CEO Michael Saylor and Bukele might have no choice but to dump their BTC holdings if the price fell further. The El Salvadoran president responded to this by asking about Schiff's bank. The Binance CEO posted, in response to President Bukele's reply, a meme that he said was fitting for the purpose. El Salvador President Nayib Bukele has received criticism, also from Schiff, since El Salvador accepted BTC as legal tender last year. Peter Schiff has been on the receiving end of BTC supporters since his bank in Puerto Rico was shut down. Many saw it as an opportunity to demonstrate the potential of the cryptocurrency to achieve financial freedom, given Schiff's reputation in the crypto community as a critic of Bitcoin. Regulators closed Euro-Pacific International Bank's operations on July 1 due to its alleged negative capital of $1.3 million by the end of 2020. And the fact that as a result, the entity is classified as insolvent. Euro-Pacific International Bank was founded in Puerto Rico by Peter Schiff. On July 4, Schiff used a thread on Twitter to explain why the country's regulators decided against approving a sale to a highly qualified buyer. Despite no evidence of crimes but rather went ahead to close the bank. El Salvador made a purchase of nearly $1.5 million worth of Bitcoin amid the recent market dip, bringing its total Bitcoin held to 2,381. The Binance CEO has tweeted about a meeting with the Senegalese president and the central bank executives. Binance recently marked its 5th anniversary, during which it announced zero-fee trading for 13 BTC spot trading pairs starting from July 8. Pressure on SecondShare rises as even Wall Street Journal accuses Gensler of holding investors hostage with Bitcoin ETF stance. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, Chairman Gary Gensler is taking investors hostage with his insistence to deny spot Bitcoin, BTC, exchange-traded products, ETFs, and exchange-traded funds, ETFs, to launch in the U.S., the influential Wall Street Journal said in its editorial piece. Wall Street Journal's editorial board writes that they are agnostic on crypto, including Bitcoin, but that investors still should be allowed to invest at their own risk. Crypto investors have taken big losses recently, but the market is evolving and financial firms want to serve investors who like the innovation, the editorial board wrote. The piece further argued that the existence of spot Bitcoin ETFs and ETFs could reduce volatility and deepen liquidity in the Bitcoin market. This is likely because these funds avoid the potential for hacks and the loss of private keys, which would help bring in more institutional investors. It added that concerns raised by the second that the BTC market is vulnerable to manipulation are likely exaggerated. The US390BN Bitcoin market is the deepest and most mature of all cryptocurrencies. It would be hard for an investor to gain, the author said. Crypto markets can resemble the Wild West. But this is no reason to reject spot Bitcoin ETFs, which would be tightly regulated by the second. Mr. Gensler's blockade is counterproductive if his aim is to protect investors, the editorial piece concluded by saying. The comment from the influential newspaper comes after the crypto-focused asset manager Grayscale was recently denied to convert its existing Grayscale Bitcoin Trust to a spot ETF, a move long planned by the asset manager. Following the rejection, Grayscale went on to sue the second, while calling the agency's decision arbitrary and discriminatory. The second has already allowed several Bitcoin futures-based ETFs to launch, even though these are arguably more complex and expensive products for investors. Additionally, several spot-based Bitcoin ETFs and ETFs are already traded in Europe, Canada, and Australia. Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on the notification button so that you won't miss any updates.